We're live.
Oh no.
Yep. Let's just make sure we do sound checks. Make sure everybody can hear us. Okay.
Okay. And if we are live, then welcome everybody to the Town Hall Special FTB Curse Q&A. With us today, my name is Rogerson, by the way, from We All Playcast. With me today is T Fox from FTB, Slowpoke from FTB, and Kelton from Curse. Well, good afternoon, good time zone, guys.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
So I guess we'll get into, I don't know if we have anything directly planned of what you guys want to announcement-wise, or if we want to just jump into questions, just as flat Q&A. Do you have any kind of announcements that you would like to present at this moment?
I don't know if you do, Brian, if you've got anything you want to talk to or not.
Yeah.
Or,
I don't know, do we?
I don't know. Like,
I mean,
we could. All about
yeah, we could.
Yeah.
If you want to talk a little bit about the website, I mean,
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah. If
Well, I mean, that's your announcement, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, all right,
Well,
T-Fox,
check
tell us
a little
about the website.
well, as a lot of people know, we're going to be moving our website fully over to Curse. We don't have an exact date on that, but I can tell you it's going to be pretty soon. They've been working. Actually, they've been doing all the development on it, and they've been working with us almost on a daily basis the past few weeks, fine-tuning a lot of things, and it's very nice. It's very clean. It's streamlined. It works great on mobile devices, where ours kind of lacks on that a little bit right now. It's got very fast loading times. It has a lot of information, but it's really organized. It's easy to find everything. It'll have all of our change logs. It links to our project pages. It fully integrates with all of our projects that we have on ftb.curseforge.com, which you guys don't have access to right now, like our projects. But you will once this all goes live. And the website will be ftb.curseforge.com, but we are also using our domain and redirecting to it, so you can not have to update your bookmark. It'll still
remember
be...
we decided not to do that.
Oh, I thought Kevin said that he wanted
What's
to
that?
keep feedthebeast.com to point to it.
Yeah, we are keeping FTB.com, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said, didn't I?
No.
I said that we're taking feedthebeast.com.
Don't worry, guys. We're actually more professional in this.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. But you'll be able to type in feedthebeast.com and get to that website, is what I meant by that. So you won't need to update your bookmarks and all.
No.
The way it's done on the
Actually
back
just gonna show
ends,
up there.
yeah,
Yeah,
over
so
my
Kind
head.
of on
I
the
don't
time
know.
frame, like when can the public expect this?
I'll let
I
Brian
know we were-
answer that one, but it's pretty soon.
As far as I know, we were talking about doing it as early as Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday of
We-
next week.
There's a few things that they need to tidy up a little bit, but I think they're very small.
I'm very confident that we're going to be able to hit that date on our side.
Yes.
So as a general
This is-
user,
Yeah.
as a general
Sorry?
user, this is a question for Brian. As a general user, why would I want to go to this website? If you kind of just, what is the advantage for me right now to go to the FTB on Curse here?
Well, I mean, it's going to have a little bit more of a structured section that you'll be able to use to see information about the packs. We have the ability for people to go in and browse them, see full descriptions, mod listings. There's going to be change logs for all the files. So I really think it's going to give a better user experience. At least that's the goal.
Right. Okay.
And if it doesn't, we'll be able to fix that. But we're also going to be able to do a lot more as far as integration. And this is a first step to really moving towards bigger things. Right now, we have a very limited integration with the client. Doing this is going to allow us to have more that we can do with the Feed the Beast content inside the Curse Voice client. So it's part of a bigger plan, and this is just the first big step.
Excellent. So you're going to be able to get a lot of that information without having to go into Curse Voice. You can go on the web, see all that information there. That's perfect. I think it might be a important point to put out some links, maybe like where can you get Curse Voice and what would the URL be?
Yes, and you can get Curse Voice in the same location you can get it as you can now, and we will also, which we don't currently have on our website, on our new website, there will also be a download location for Curse Voice as well. We will still offer the FTB launcher, just to be clear, there, but there will be right beside it a download option for Curse Voice Beta, as well as the FTB launcher for Windows, and then below that there's the Linux and Mac version of the FTB launcher. And once we are closer to fully going over to Curse, we'll alter things to make that a little bit different. But for now, everything's available there. And what's really nice is, it integrates right into our projects that are on CurseForge. So you'll be able to get server downloads, everything. We're not losing anything that our site currently has. It's just, it's a little easier to navigate, and everything's cleaner. And it's integrated right in with Curse. And like Kayleton said, it's more things are possible in the future having that integration done. So it's a really good movement forward for us, I think. It'd be nice getting on it. Just goes to show we've still got a strong maintaining relationship with Curse, and we're moving forward with things. They just take some time. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now.
What's kind of been missed in this is what we're talking about here is, so if you go to www.ftb.com now, there's a site there now, there's a page there, and there's all these links that are going to be there. They're just organized in a different manner. So the team at Curse have come along and taken what we already have there and reorganized it and just changed things up a little bit to make it look a bit more professional and a more user-friendly experience for us behind the scenes as well. It's really good for us behind the scenes. But, I mean, the information is just going to be updated to be a bit more up-to-date.
Yeah, and it's got a really nice custom control panel that we'll have access to, so we can add information as needed. We can edit information as needed.
So people are going to be able to find... Yeah, people will be able to find out about information about mod packs. If you're looking for specific information about specific mod packs, it's going to be much easier to do that now than what it is with the current site. You literally have a big, huge bar right across the middle of the screen that scrolls with all the different icons for all the different packs.
Yeah. And we can show them screenshots, right?
Yeah.
Bring my desktop if you guys wanted to.
The Twitter feed is right there at the top of the front page. It's going to be...
Yeah, Brian, if you want to share your internet browser real quick and show it off, you're more than welcome to.
I figure it's probably better than just describing.
I have way too much on my computer right now to try to share something.
Yeah, let me figure out where's that. Share screen.
Yep.
It should just let you pick the screen.
Yeah, so for people watching the stream, our faces are going to get really small for a second, and you'll see Kayleton's screen. And there you go. There is the website. And I'll let you talk about it a little bit, Kayleton.
Yeah. I mean, this is something we worked really closely with you guys on designing. We brought in some of our front end skills and everything else, but it really is your guys' design. This is a full carousel that you guys can control the order and everything else. We actually have it looping around now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Yeah, we fixed all those weird rendering things. But yeah.
The logo is getting updated. That top big image that was on our old website, that's just a placeholder right now. Chris, our artist, is actually doing a whole new graphic set for the website. So,
yeah, I mean, it's very much focused at just trying to get people in there and be able to find the content easy. That's all it's about. When I was talking about some of the stuff with the packs, when you click packs now, you'll see, for those of you who are familiar with CurseForge, this looks very similar. This is our full project management system. We have all this, and you'll be able to see in the file details and go in there and see change logs built right in. So, if you scroll down here, you'll see the Twitter feed that Slow was talking about, as well as the current news post. So,
very slimline and very easy to get. And it's what's great about this, and I'll be honest, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, but we'll just make it a little bit more public. This makes it very simple to get Curse Voice right there. You can download it. It's a very simple click. I think it makes it a lot easier to go to one spot, be able to grab that, and this is, hey, I'm getting FTB packs right here. This is the way to get it. So, yeah, it does make it a lot more streamlined. By the way, everybody in chat, I would say if you guys have any questions, go ahead and you can drop them in chat themselves. We are reading the chat here. Or you can tweet out #AskFTB, and we'll be reading those questions. We'll relay those questions to everybody here. And I'll just put that in chat for you guys right now.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to stopping my share.
Yeah, that's cool.
There we go.
Perfect.
And we're back.
Very good.
Yeah, we are really excited about rolling that out. There's a few things we're minor tweaking still that I believe that Curse is still doing. Also, we're waiting on our updated graphics set. And yeah, we could see that as soon as the end of this week. We'll definitely have an announcement about it when we do release it live. But for you guys, nothing changed on your end. You can navigate to it the same way you can to our current website. So it's not a big deal there, but I definitely highly encourage you to check it out once it is live. There's some really useful information there. Yeah, so I'm really excited for it to come out. I really like, I've been playing a little bit with it. It's not a live site, so it's really difficult, but I was able to put the host information into my router, and I'm able to pull it up on my phone. And it works really, really good on the mobile, where ours has a lot of big images that take quite a bit. And I even have one of the latest phones out there and really good internet, and it still takes a bit to load the stuff. So I could only imagine on maybe a little bit older device or with not so good internet. And that new site is so streamlined on a mobile device, which is really impressive.
It's very good.
Yeah, so that's nice, because so many people nowadays like to browse content on their device.
On the go.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's perfect.
And so it's really important nowadays to have something that works well on mobile, and it's a lot of work for somebody to do. And our website was made by volunteers, and our website we have now is a great website, but it's nice to have a professional company backing that for us, and it takes a lot of load off our shoulders, and we can focus on more important things for you guys. So yeah, we're really, really looking forward to it.
This is a great question that comes from chat here, guys, and I'll let anybody field this who would like it. So as FTB transitions to Curse, what are the plans on how to handle the third-party packs, because the differences in how permissions are handled?
I can take this one because we've just had this come up last night. So, the way that our third-party system has worked, we've gone over this quite a lot. If you have a pack on the FTB launcher and you want to move that pack onto the Curse client, we have the ability to basically sync that pack directly from our launcher onto the Curse client. Now, with regards to permissions, the way it's working is basically we will, when we take it on any mod pack onto the FTB launcher, at that point we check that the person who is creating the pack has those mod permissions. And we are saying, so Curse are basically going to take our word for it, that you have permissions to use those mods, because we are doing the checks for it. Now, there are a couple of mods that were, up until last night, a slight issue. They were mods by, in the IC2 family, Industrial Craft 2.
Yeah, basically Fastcraft, the stuff I play.
Yeah, so in their license, very specifically, it states that you cannot make any type of profit on those particular mods. Now, this is going to be resolved in the near future, but if you have a mod pack now that uses IC2, which I know a lot of people do, we say that we will sync your mod pack over to Curse. That's absolutely fine. The only thing we ask you is that you don't turn on the ability to generate profit. That's a thing that's on your hand, and we accept on trust that that's what you're going to do. Now, we spoke to the player about this last night, and he is very clear. He's completely comfortable. He's happy with this. He knows it's happening. As long as you say that you won't turn on the profit thing, then you're fine to have your mod pack moved from FTB over to Curse. Now, with regards to that profit thing, we're hoping that that situation will be resolved in the near future.
I believe it will. I've spoken with the player in person at Minecon, and
there's one thing we need to do, isn't there?
There's one thing. It's completely reasonable.
Yeah.
It's in progress, but unfortunately, it's
going to take a little bit of effort and time.
Well, what he's asking us to do is to make a few small changes to our terms of service, which they're reasonable changes. But every time you change a comma, you have to get like 10 lawyers from 3 different countries to look at it. So it's just taking time.
Very busy.
I understand it's the same for most of our packs. It's just a case of, like, it's always done on trust. There's no way for Curse to identify really whether or not a pack is making profit or not. We may be able to flag it so that it prevents them, but that's something for later on. It's not something we can do now, and we don't think it's anything that's urgent either.
No, I mean, if player was more concerned about it, we would be more concerned.
Yeah, but we've had a long conversation with player last night, and a few other people that had sort of issues with permissions like covert and stuff like that, and they're all comfortable with what's going on right now, so we're fine.
I guess as a follow-up question to that, if you are a third-party pack creator right now, is there anything that the pack creator has to do in order for it to be flagged? Say, now I'm on the FTB launcher now, and I want that to move over to Curse. What does the mod pack creator have to do in order for that to happen, or is that automatic?
They just simply in their thread where they post their updates and stuff, all they have to say is, I want to opt into the FTB Curse syncing, and it on their next update it will go through.
It's not opt out, it's opt in.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely opt in. It would be extremely disrespectful to those content creators if we made it opt out.
Right, exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's not something we're into.
You have to ask for it.
And
But
we
you get
also,
it granted.
for people who want to just use our system first party instead of going through the migration, we also have a whole upload procedure that you can use directly on Minecraft.CurseForge to create the project, manage it all yourselves. And recently, CurseVoice has an export pack feature, which is making it really easy for people to build packs inside of it and get them ready for upload.
I have used that before, and it's really, really easy, guys. By the way, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, like if you're going to opt in, before you can opt in, you do actually need to go onto Curse and create the initial project. Is that right?
Yeah, you don't upload
Yes.
like the actual. You would if you're going to go through the FTB curse, syncing thing. You wouldn't upload a zip. You wouldn't actually upload the project itself. But you need to go start a project, put your pack image on there, title it, put a description in, because Curse will reject it if you don't have a description. You can't just put my Minecraft pack in description. You need to have a.
We figure that's not good
reason-
for anybody. Right?
Yeah, you need to have a reasonable description. An image of their specifications and a title and an author and that kind of stuff, and then you would provide that. So if you look up in the URL, it generates an ID, which is your Curse project ID. You would copy and paste that ID into your form on FTB. It's important that you give the guys of the third-party team that ID so they know what project this goes to. And then,
And I just posted a link in the
simple as
chat that shows that listing along with the, it has the create project link there.
yeah, there you go.
That is perfect. That is perfect. All packs are equal on Curse. Okay. Yeah. That's,
That is changing in the future, actually.
okay.
What,
Can we discuss that a little bit? How is that changing?
So, well, with regards to all mod packs, whilst we're all going to be equal, once we've shifted our focus away from our own launcher onto the client, we're going to be having like an FTB page on the client. So,
Yeah. And that page, you guys will be, I mean, that's your page to display your content however you guys want it.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you
And
can
the
go
main
on
mod pack listing, though, all mod packs are equal.
absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. It's just a place where you can go for the latest news or.
I kind of think
Twitter
what he means is
like
we
that.
do have a special tag, but that just
Yes.
stands. That's an FTB official pack. That's the
Yes.
only difference.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
Like-
and that was part of the original plan, and that won't change. But
And we wanted to make sure it was very important that it
Yeah.
wasn't just FTB that was featured. It's really important that we are, like, if there are FTB featured packs, but also there are other featured packs on there as well. Anybody can have a featured pack as long as it's good enough. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we try to feature a new pack every week or two. We see some absolutely amazing creations come out of the community.
oh yeah, it's
And
crazy.
it's really cool.
How is that selected? The feature.
We actually have a group of people who write the articles for us.
Okay.
And so they help. Sometimes we find packs that we think is really cool, and so we'll do that. It's just kind of like a committee internally, and we look at things that are coming up and that are either unique in some way or becoming really popular unexpectedly, and it's just a way to help promote those guys so they can get more visibility and have a chance to be seen above the, affinities and the agrarian skies out there that have, a huge following already.
Absolutely. Now, is it a point to say, like, hey, we've featured this person maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe let's try to find somebody new? Is there like is that part of that discussion?
Oh yeah, we definitely try not to just feature every pack X person makes, right? That's not that useful. Besides, that guy, if he's that good, he's going to get a following on his own.
That's very true. Yeah, that is very true.
And so the purpose of the program is to help people who are good but don't have a following to have a chance to shine.
There's a couple things I see. I want to just for a Bashful Giant, he said on a related note, will Curse support semi-private packs? And the way you would go about that is you actually wouldn't put a private pack if you're just sharing it with a couple friends, and for example, if you want to use some mods that weren't on Curse or something along those lines, you would export the pack and then take that manifest and that zip and send it to your friend, and then they would use the import function. So you would host that zip
that
yourself.
import function is not out yet.
It's not out yet, but it
Important to
will
note
be
there.
an option.
Yeah.
But
So-
that would replace kind of like the code system we have. That's their replacement for that.
Yeah, you'll just be able to share a very small zip with your config files in it, the manifest and everything else, and then you can just share it to your friends, and they can import it in.
Yeah.
And it'll be that that easy, quote unquote.
Yeah, and it wouldn't show up on the Curse voice mod listing for anybody else,
No.
unless you import it in manually. It's the way that like we do our code system now. It's just a replacement for that, and it's a little bit easier. You don't have to wait on somebody to approve it and upload it.
It is private. So
it is fully
in that
private.
regard.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
because all you do is you would take it and share like a Dropbox link with your buddies.
Yeah. So
Now,
that kind
for
of
that-
answers the
for that
question.
link.
Like,
For
What's
that link, though, now let's go from the mod developer side of this. So when you have that manifest, is that still giving credit to the mod developers and their
Yes, anything that's hosted on CurseForge, absolutely, they would still get credit for the downloads, everything else.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
yeah, because the actual mods from Curse aren't bundled in that zip. Just there's just a little line saying what mod to download and what version to download. So it's still, even though it's private, it still has to go onto the Curse backend and pull the mod down, so they would get a download credit for that. If it's a non-Curse hosted mod, then of course, there's no way to get a credit for it. Yeah. And this also kind of ties in where somebody said, after what'll happen to all the old third-party packs on the FTB launcher when it's retired, our current plan of that is to unbrand the FTB launcher, drop all support for it, and remove all the official packs, remove the listed packs, put them back behind codes, and it'll be a completely emptied, unbranded launcher. And if you know the code for the private pack, they will still be there, and we'll never get rid of that. But there'll never be any support offered or anything.
And I'm willing to commit to continue to hosting those legacy files.
Yes. So yeah, you just heard it from him. And
so yeah, I mean that's what I was about to say. We have thought, like, if somebody doesn't want to move to Curse for some reason, we've still got you guys covered. We're not going to abandon them. So.
Yeah. I highly suggest looking into it, because I think, once you do get a pack over on Curse, it's a very, very nice system. And I can speak firsthand because, I upload our mod packs all the time, and I just can't wait until I can only upload to Curse, because the process is so much easier. And as the developer, you have full control over everything. And it just makes it, it means if you push an update, it gets approved. It's live to everybody in under 20 minutes most of the time, which is amazing. And you have full control over every file you've ever uploaded on your project, and the benefits are awesome. But yeah, if you for some reason you don't want to move over, or if you have like or if you have an older pack, or you're not the developer and you still play an older pack, they won't go anywhere. They'll stay there. But just remember, there'll be no support offered for it. That's the only thing.
And mind if I touch on something that Raj brought up a second ago, and that's the credit that we give to the mod authors through this program. So since we launched, we launched the first version of Curse Voice packs on 3/19, and through 9/24, we've seen 2.2 million pack downloads.
Wow.
Those pack downloads have generated over 92 million mod downloads for authors.
Whew.
That is outstanding. That is outstanding.
And the end result of that is that every month we literally give thousands of dollars to mod authors to help support their creations and the continued development through the rewards program. Many of our top authors, actually company-wide now, are from Minecraft. And we only expect that to continue to grow, and our contributions to these guys get bigger as Minecraft continues to grow inside of Curse Voice.
It's kind of like that was like when we sat down with Curse on day one, 18 months ago now. That was what we wanted to do. And to put it bluntly, like me and the CEO of Curse, Hugh Bear, and Donovan, and a few other people, like our goal was to get rid of AdFly. That was our internal goal. Get rid of. We want to give something that. And the other problem was like with FTB and with all the other mod pack development teams that are out there. Every time you download a mod pack through FTB, that's a mod download that the mod author hasn't got. Now the mod authors have always been comfortable with that, but if we can have a system where both the mod packs can still be downloaded, but the mod authors still get credit for that. I think that's a much better system. And
that's of course. It's going to, as far as for a mod developer, it's going to be the best system. I mean, it already is as far as getting credit. You're essentially getting a cash reward. What you do with your points is completely up to you, but it's a very, very good system they have in place, and it's only going to get better.
Added, Steam gift cards to that list you can get. So I was told by one author, it's like, great, now my first addiction's feeding my second.
exactly. But yeah, and it's only there's only going to be more stuff to it. You know what I mean? It's still so new. You got to think the Curse Voice, as far as the Minecraft plugin, has only been around for 7 months, 8 months.
6 months as of a few days ago.
6 months is a few days ago, so it's still so new, and it's every update there's new cooler stuff getting added, which is awesome. And it's nice because our launcher is built by a bunch of volunteers, and it's a great launcher, don't get me wrong, and it is kind of falling a little bit behind, but that's because we know we're going to be replacing it. But it makes such a difference when you have a actual company that has a huge workforce of employees developing stuff like this.
I wouldn't call it huge. We're hiring a lot of people by the
Yeah,
way.
it will be huge soon, but it makes a big difference. You can definitely tell by the quality of work, and when there are issues, they're fixed in a very timely manner, and it just makes a big difference. But it will only get faster, and I'll let Brian cover that, or Kaleton cover that at some point with the whole curse
Brian
thing.
Gilden's all the same.
A really interesting segue on what they've just talked about, and I know this won't interest most of the people in the chat, but I'm sure it will interest some. All the lessons that these guys have learned over the last 18 months with regards to the development of the Minecraft client, they're taking those lessons and they're going to be implementing them on all the other games that they're supporting, like the World of Warcraft client. That's going to be evolving and changing based on the lessons that have been learned on the Minecraft client. And that, again, I mean, I used to play WoW. I know a lot of people still play WoW, and that client, when that gets updated, I think those people will be very happy as well.
Yeah.
It's not just Minecraft that this is affecting; it's affecting the whole ethos. Like it's not unfair to say that the whole ethos of Cursed has shifted dramatically over the last.
No, I mean, real recently we announced a restructuring of the company that is greatly benefiting modding because we're taking. We did a lot of stuff, or we still do a lot of stuff as a company, but we're splitting our workforce into two distinct teams. One that's going to be focused on the media sites, which is things like Minecraft Forum and the Wiki, Minecraft Wiki, and then we're having a whole team that's going to be dedicated to the author platform and the client. And that means that we're going to be able to focus on that and really deliver faster and better results. We're really excited about that. That's why I'll be moving to California in a few weeks. I saw San Andreas show up on iTunes. I'm like, nope, not watching that.
Yeah, so do you want to maybe...
I just watched that movie and I was like, yeah, I'm not moving there.
While we're talking about that, do you want to maybe...
Don't worry, there's only like 4 earthquakes a day. It's not that big.
I actually had
That's
one
not bad,
the other day when I was on TeamSpeak with everybody. It cut my internet and power for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that did happen, yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it out here. I mean, you just learn to...
Yeah,
you
I
learn
see
to
Bashful
take
Giant
your...
saying that the old WoW Curse Launcher, whilst awesome, is ancient. That's absolutely true. You're going to see that get upgraded and integrated into Curse Voice soon.
So you're actually looking at like Home, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, like tabs on the top? I guess potentially, or however.
Potentially, where as we develop or as we support more and more games, that won't scale out, right?
Right, exactly. It doesn't scale
But
too well.
we will be doing something in that vein to make it where there will be per game support, and it's all going to be really tailored around what those communities have.
Absolutely.
But the fact that it's just like we've been able to sit here and watch this whole thing develop and change. It's been such a great journey of the last 18 months. Me and Brian have had like good times, bad times, weird times.
That's part of
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
mean,
I know
That's just part of it, though. But at the end of it, I think as a group, we're making some of this really awesome.
Oh yeah,
yes,
definitely.
for sure.
And
Definitely.
my goal and my whole involvement in this, I'm telling you guys this from day one, is to enable you guys to focus on making great content
Yeah.
and let us worry about the nitty gritty.
And I think T Fox actually hit the nail on the head there when he said, well, just uploading and putting the pack out there to the public is the process has been super, super slimlined. And and it's something that everybody can do, by the way. From
And it's going to
creating
get better.
mod packs.
Yes.
It's better. Like right now,
Submitting them.
so some of the features that I'm really excited about being able to bring soon is, we're going to have mod pack listings both in the client and the site. That's coming in the next, well, I can't say exactly how long, but that's coming soon-ish. We're going to be able to do server pack generation later this year so that you no longer have to develop your own bundles for that. And there's a lot of stuff like that that's going to be coming. We're going to be doing more analytics for authors and mod pack makers. Whole dashboards, integrated bug tracking. One day, I can't say when because the timelines are all pretty fluid with everything we got going on, but one day you'll be able to submit a bug report for a pack crash in the client, and it's going to upload directly to CurseForge. And then if the mod pack author says, oh, that's actually a bug with mod X, he'll be able to push that over to the other mod.
That's very interesting. Actually.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
And
Yeah,
that'll include like mod listings, if the pack's been edited by anybody, It'll include
That was
things
what
like-
I can't wait for. 'Cause,
So we're going to be playing Pass the Parcel with.
yeah, pretty much.
That's going to be. I'm loving that.
We'll be
all
pointing
the crash
fingers,
logs will
everybody.
be in there, so no more of this going
Yeah.
back and forth saying, "Hey, I really need this log too." It'll just all be
Yeah. Well, the biggest concern that the biggest problem we have now is 90% of our crash reports that we get are on edited versions of, like, for example, Infinity, people adding mods, removing mods, and we don't test the packs to support that. So there's no way we could ever predict what somebody's going to add to a pack. So as soon as you unlock a profile, consider your support dropped, unfortunately. But that's just the way we have to do it.
Yeah, but
And
that
this will
means that we'll
weave
be able to
out a
tell
lot.
you when somebody's
Yeah.
done that.
And that'll weave out a lot of wasted time. We spend hours every couple of days catching up on crash reports, and now we have to manually scan the mod list that's in their crash report, and it's like, oh wait, this has got Optifine or something, like, you know what I mean, and that will tremendously optimize that whole system for us greatly.
Even further than that, and this happens, T-Fox will tell you as well, all the time this happens, if you update a mod that's in the pack,
It avoids it.
Oh god, yeah, that
the
just
amount
that
of
breaks
times
everything,
that
right?
breaks everything.
And it's really hard to catch that. Like, as a tech support person, when I'm looking over crash reports, one little version number can be different, and it's really hard for me to catch it. And then I just wasted an hour trying to duplicate this bug that I can't.
Yeah.
And when come to find out, they updated, RF tools to the next version or something. I hadn't had a chance to test it. So, yeah, that'll be really nice. I'm as a developer, like as a mod pack developer that tries to offer as much tech support as possible, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and my
that'd be
goal is
nice.
to make it where you get excited about what we can do to make your life easier. And in doing all this, I think we make all the end users' lives easier because they have
Yeah,
better
for sure.
access to better content.
Yeah, because then we can filter out all the not needed crash reports and really focus on the ones that are true issues with the pack, and it just makes it where I can fix them more efficiently and quicker and get you guys more stable content.
Yeah. And we can even do things like you say, well, this pack is completely incompatible with X mod, and then if somebody unlocks the pack and tries to install that mod, we can warn them. And those are the type of things
I can give you a list of mods in tomorrow.
I'm just saying, like, well, we don't have that today, but this is the kind of
I
stuff
know
we'll
what you mean,
be able
yeah.
to do. And that's exciting, I think. But I
That's
see a
really
lot of
good, yeah.
questions flowing through chat that I'm trying.
Yeah, I was saying that there's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
many good ones. Well,
Yeah. there is.
Maybe we
I'm
should.
hoping you're keeping up here.
Yeah, we're working on this.
I'm trying to.
Copy
Yeah.
paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just going back a little bit.
Yeah, just one thing to be clear, I see a lot. This today's town hall stream, we're not doing any type of mod pack talk. There's no direct FTB content that we're going to be covering. So just hold your questions about FTB Infinity or any of that kind of stuff, and we won't be covering that today, unfortunately. This is all about the FTB and Curse relationship and anything that has to do with that. So,
Just while we have Brian here.
yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to ask the questions. Right.
And I'm willing
Yeah.
to show up to these things more often, guys. I figured you didn't want me.
Well, it's
Anyway.
yeah.
Questions.
We can only take in doses, man. I'm just playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can only take me into this too.
Okay, this is actually a really good one, and I'll let you field this one, Brian.
Okay.
This is a deep one, but has the development of the Curse client for Mac encouraged Curse to support Mac again in terms of the WoW version of the client?
Absolutely. It will happen. It's going to happen. You will have it by Legion.
You heard it right here, guys.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go down through the questions here. That's a tough one. I'm just trying to kind of weed out the things that are not Curse related, guys. So yeah.
Yeah. I do see. So I've seen a couple of questions pop by about Linux support. So the Linux support, is completely dependent on our success with the Mac support. I'm just going to be upfront and honest about that. We're redoing the way we're building the client on Mac. That if it's successful, it's going to be significantly easier to support Linux. And so I can't promise yes or no. I know you guys have been hearing that from me for months now, and the same is still true. But if it's successful, it increases the likelihood. But we won't know that until several months from now. And but the bottom line is I'm still advocating for it inside. I think it's something that we should do. Most of the guys in the company believe that it's something that if we can do it, we should do it. But it's a question of effectiveness. And it just remains to be seen.
It's a numbers game, as always, isn't it? It's either going to be cost effective or simple to do. Like,
Yeah. You know, and
as the user base grows in Linux, and it becomes more cost effective.
But you know, the reality is while Linux is in many ways the best it's ever been, the numbers, just the user base just isn't there. I've seen in your stats, I've seen in the official Minecraft stats, I've seen in stats from other games. There isn't a large player base, so I can't dedicate several developers to building a custom experience. It's just, would you rather me do that or make the Windows and Mac clients better? You know, and that's a problem. And that's
always a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as always, there's always going to be a solution for Linux. If it's not within the
oh yeah, we're not going to abandon Linux. Absolutely.
If it's not within the client directly, there'll be an indirect method that will be. So we will always support Linux in one form or another. As regards to the FTB packs.
No, yeah, absolutely. Even if we can't, even if we don't do an actual client, we are working on ways that we could support Linux for all packs, even outside of that. So don't worry, it's something will happen.
I see there's a few questions that are going to be missed. There's a
sheet. Automated. I don't get what they're talking about. Automated pack testing for mod packs.
Yes.
I think that would be amazing. I just don't know how we could do it. I'm open to ideas. I
kind of missed that, but yeah.
Well, they're basically talking about like regression testing and CI testing and stuff like that. But I was like, how do you write a test for a mod pack? It's like I could spin it up and make sure it launches.
Right.
But outside of that, like having some.
What are we testing for? What are we testing?
Yeah, we still need we still have to beta test stuff manually for that kind of stuff. You could never automate
but as far
that.
as like making sure that the pack launches, I could see us doing that someday. Outside of that, that's really depending on the tooling that's available.
This one's a very good one, actually. PixelPix asked public API for Curse for the community solutions for Linux.
That's one of those things that we have to be very careful about how we expose those. There's chances for them to be abused and everything else. It's not off the table. It's just not anything that right now I have any resources to put towards. I would much rather do a really good first-party solution than dedicate resources to making a usable, safe API. But we'll just see how that. We'll just have to see how that progresses.
Okay, that's a fair answer to that. Let's see. Do you guys have access to the question document? Because I do not, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's in LinkedIn TeamSpeak chat.
I didn't see it. No,
I didn't. I've never been on it, so.
Did we have any questions coming from that thing? We didn't, did we? So it's just these there. Where are we now? 47 minutes, 40 minutes past?
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're not going to get it because it's in the staff area on the FTB forums. I don't know why
exactly,
it's
there,
So whilst, as there's no questions, so you guys kind of get an idea of what's going to happen in the future, because I guess that's kind of like the next thing with regards to us. The current deal with FTB and Curse is due to expire in April next year, but we're already pretty much most of the way through negotiations to extend. I think both from FTB's point of view and from Curse's point of view, I don't really want to speak to them too much, but we're most of the way through an agreement for at least another 2 years.
I don't see our partnership ending anytime soon.
No, neither do I. Everybody I've spoken to within the FTB team is extremely happy with the way that.
Yeah, I can tell T Fox is happy. I mean, look at him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm trying to read all these stuff coming through.
Yeah, but generally we're extremely happy about the way things have gone and the way things seem to be going in the future.
I never thought it would happen, but I've got to get a third monitor. I've run out of space.
Isn't that crazy, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The problem I'm running into with 3, right, is if I have a white so just you've seen how the lighting changes on my face.
Yeah.
So I have a dark color background thing on my right monitor. Now I have a light color one.
Yeah,
that definitely happens. Good questions coming in here though. When will there be an offline Curse client option?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a really, dependent.
We've escalated that priority internally. I can say I don't have a date, but I can say it'll be in one of the upcoming releases that addresses Minecraft issues.
There's we have a list of things that have to happen before we can even entertain moving to the Curse client, and that's
that's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, that's the top one, right?
It's at the top. It's a really important thing.
I don't have a date, but I can say it will be happening soon.
Yeah.
Again, I hate giving dates because I know we're going to miss them if I say any kind of date, right?
Oh, of course.
That's the law of estimating dates.
Yeah, we've learned a long time ago never give ETAs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't control so much of that stuff. That's the problem, is you never know what can happen.
Mm-hmm. I do see a lot of questions popping up as just general things here about revenue and how do we pay for all this.
It's cool if you can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can say some things, right? Because I'll be honest with you guys, what we do with you guys and what we do in modding in general, we do it at a loss. It's not, it's one of those things, we have a lot of investment and we're able to support this stuff in a way that, but we are not currently recouping all that through the limited ad revenue on curse.com or through anything in the client because the client doesn't have ads. But we're aware of this, obviously. And we're doing it intentionally because we feel like what we have today is kind of like a bare minimum functionality and something that we need to support the community. So what I can commit to is that what we have today, you're never going to see a feature taken away to be put behind an ad wall. We may eventually have additional premium features, stuff like cloud sync or backups in the cloud, or other things along those lines to add a revenue stream to the existing product. But we're not going to be taking away updates in order to get you guys to pay or anything like that.
No.
That's very good.
In fact, they can't if they want to keep FTB. That's been made clear.
Well, we've been very upfront. We're doing all this in a way that we're expecting eventually it will pay for itself.
Yeah.
But right now, that's not the top priority. We want to make something that people love to use first.
I mean, we both know, like, in the future, premium is going to become a thing, but nothing, like you said, nothing that's currently there is.
Yep.
We'll never take features away, existing features away.
Yeah,
When we
never
get to the point
paywall
where
it, yeah.
when we're adding one of those features, it will be premium from day one. We're going to be upfront about that.
I think everybody thinks that that's right. That's the way to go forward.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As long as everybody has basic functionality, then it's cool.
There's an opportunity here to talk about maybe something that a lot of people know about. The traditional voice chat programs have usually been TeamSpeak and Skype. Skype because it's free and TeamSpeak because it works well with more than 2 people. How well does Curse Voice do with multiple people talking compared to those programs?
Very well. We have group chat functionality already. We're going to be adding in more community support features in the near future. That's some of our top priority stuff. We're going to be adding in persistent channels, very similar to TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. As far as a feature set goes, we'll be having permissions and sub channels and those kind of things. That's coming, in the, like I said, quasi near future. The quality of voice chat is exceptional. We have some of the best echo cancellation and packet loss coverage. Like in our testing, we've seen as much as 30 or 40% packet loss, and you don't notice there's no noticeable degradation of voice quality.
Yeah, TeamSpeak, you get 10% in your robot.
Yeah. So, and at 30-40% packet loss, you're lucky if your game still works or you can access a website.
Yeah.
But we've been able to very clearly understand the people on the other end.
I can say from our point of view, like, and this is from FTB and not trying to hype Curse Voice, that what we've seen is that it's not there yet, but it's definitely going to be there. There's some features that we feel that are missing with regards to our own personal usage, and we think that's probably going to be other people's personal usage.
Oh, yeah. We know we're not. We're not complete.
Exactly.
We're not complete.
It's from what I've been told with regards to like League of Legends players and stuff like that. Those guys worship Curse Voice. They think it's amazing. Apparently, it's revolutionizing gameplay in that game.
Well, that was our first market, right? We started off being a League of Legends like esports client. That was the first versions of what we're.
Is there ever any plans to have like overlay support with Minecraft?
Yes.
Cool.
And among many other integration level features that we've been discussing, just about anything's on the table. We haven't decided which ones we're going to target first, but we're very willing to hear from the community what they would like to see.
Submit feedback, guys.
Yeah.
And where would one go to do that?
We have a Curse Voice Twitter. We also have a submit feedback in the top left of the client. If you have a bug or if you have anything there, that's a great way of putting it in. You can always yell at me, and I can yell at other people, but it takes time.
Yeah, submitting feedback through Curse Voices seems to be. I even do that as well. It seems to be because it's tracked that way. It's documented.
We all do that.
Especially if you have a bug, that is the absolute best way of doing it because it submits additional logging that helps us find where the errors happen.
It was really funny. We actually had an argument with one person about feature requests, where T-Fox had actually made a feature request using the tracker. He didn't go through some back channel or anything like that. He just went through the tracker. And whilst we were having the argument, we noticed that a feature he'd asked for using the tracker 2 weeks ago had appeared on the client that we didn't even recognize had been there. It's so good. It's like, it is absolutely the best way to do it. Use the inbuilt tracker because it does get read and it does get action.
Yeah, it was actually, to be clear, it was where when you're updating the box that pops up, you didn't know what version you were updating to, and so now it shows the actual zip file and it has the version there.
And based on your feedback to us the other day, I have a whole new design for that window that I'm going to be showing to you guys soon to get your feedback on.
Awesome, sounds good.
Excellent. Yeah, that's for versioning, right?
Yeah, to give us even better visibility and that kind of stuff.
That's excellent. That is excellent. So another question that came in here, a little bit on a side note, but is there a way to view, if you're a mod developer, the way, like what packs have my mod in it?
So that is a feature that is not made it to the site yet. What I can tell you is that is data we have, and it is data you'll be able to see soon. We're going to be doing a first draft on what we're calling the author dashboard soon. Okay. And that dashboard is where we're going to be building in features like that, as well as being able to see like cross-project information. Like if you use the ticket tracker on multiple projects, you'll be able to see all that information in one place. Comment information will show up there. We're also going to be, this is the eventual home of the analytics portal. So you'll be able to see as much stats as we can bring forward about who's downloading what versions of your app and when they get downloaded. We want to be able to enable people to be able to really know like how their add-on is being used, and that gives them more information about what they need to support. So if you can see that you still have a ton of 1.6.10 downloads or 1.6.4 downloads for some reason, then you would know that, oh, I guess I still need to make sure the bugs get fixed there. But if once you see that trailing off and 1.7.10 ramping up, you can not have to worry about that.
And that'll be for mods and mod packs as well?
Yeah, the same dashboard will be available on both.
Awesome.
It's kind of great that, like, as good as the Curse Voice client is now, it still only scratches the surface of what's planned for the future. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
It's great that there's so many plans, and they're all really good. Like, and they're all empowering the player and the user, which is great.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, it does. I agree with Chat. It does look like Slowpoke has some sort of private joke going on over there.
I'm trying to convince Jaded not to come and sing outside your house at the moment. Is that okay?
Yep.
Fair enough.
She wants me to pay her in tequila to come and sing outside your house. She wants to serenade you, basically.
Oh, I'm touched. But yeah, you should pay her in tequila to stay home.
All right, then. I'll do that.
Okay.
Will there be server support in the Curse launcher? Absolutely. Yes. Yep. Yeah, it absolutely will.
There's actually going to be way better support than what we even have. If Brian wants to touch on some of that, he can feel free to.
What do you mean exactly?
As far as like server uploads and stuff, there's a lot of plans for that.
Yeah, we're going to be doing server pack generation so that people will be able to download those and set them up easy. We're going to be doing we're looking at partnering with some of the server companies out there to help you get easy access to servers. We're going to make sure they have access to the server files so they can do one-click spin-ups. There's a lot we want to do on that side as well.
Yeah. It'd be good once that's all in place.
Yeah, and like you said, server pack generation, that makes it where in the future, where like even with the Feed the Beast launcher, you still have to make your own server version of the pack to distribute it. I think their whole overall plan and goal is to make it where you can, once you're done building your mod pack, you can simply generate a server file for it. You won't need to
we're
pluck
also
out
talking
the mods
about
and stuff.
a server profile feature in the client, and that could be something where you can just say, spin up server. I don't know what the button's going to look like yet, and that would create a local headless server, and then you just hit play on it, and it will you'll have a little server on your LAN that you can play with your family or friends with.
That's awesome.
Without having any knowledge of how those things work.
That's very good. Makes it very easy for anybody to do such things, for sure.
Yeah, I know actually, Raj, they stream and they're always setting up local servers and LANs and stuff, and that would be really convenient for somebody like you, you know?
Yeah.
One button and then you're done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That is, I don't know if we just mentioned that. Like, if you use like a lot of server providers now, you can go there, you get one-click installs of FTB mod packs and stuff like that. That's another feature that we're carrying over even once our launch ago.
Yeah,
so.
he just covered that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I missed it.
Yeah. Stop
Green
talking
chat.
about tequila.
Yeah, that's it. I'm only talking about it though.
Oh, hey, tequila's delicious.
Tequila? No, it's really not actually. Sorry, I tried it on your behalf. And, no.
It's delicious. Let's see.
Are we good?
I see somebody on Twitter asked about the Minecraft schedule for Mac. Again, I don't have firm dates. I can tell you that we're actively working on it as soon as possible. But it goes into that reinventing how the Mac client is structured. And so that's a pretty big project for us to finish up.
I
Does
see
Windows
that.
10 actually bring any problems, by the way? Some people keep mentioning it.
Windows 10?
Really good. Like,
I haven't
like
noticed any issues.
OpenGL issues and stuff like that. I haven't
heard of any.
No, I haven't had any
Doesn't mean they
problems.
don't exist for some people.
Well, then, if somebody's having that issue, we just covered that too. You could submit bug reports.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. And so people that can work on it, basically.
I see there's something. Actually, I recognize the name. He's a mod developer in the community, but he was asking. So talking about the servers, will the mods, when you upload your mod to your project as a mod developer, would you have like an option to select server only, client only, or both?
So we've talked about that. It's definitely an option, something that we could implement. The other big thing is that in the way we kind of envision it working is that in the manifest that the mod pack makers make, you would be able to say like this mod is targeting server, client, or both, and that would be how we would know. And we could have a default for that field basically set based on the project. We just have to figure out how where we need to put the knobs basically.
Right. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is a good question here. Will there be a way to push updates for your pack straight from the launcher?
Long term. That's like that's one of those things that we would love to do. But where do we put in the priority? That's the end vision, I think, for what we're trying to do. But first we're like, well, let's just get the export feature working and let people manually upload it. And then we're going to be doing, well, let's get this other stuff going. And then there's at a certain point though, that'll be what's left to do, right? It's like, well, just have an upload button. Everything else works. So when we get to that point, I would love to do it. I just don't know. When we'll get there.
It's not high on the priority. Yeah.
On the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll do that, and then go have mojitos on the beach.
Yeah, pretty
Because
much.
we're done at that point. Everything's done.
Yeah, because we're just done then.
Yeah, mod packs will make themselves. So
Yeah, like we can hire we'll hire Skynet to make the mod packs.
Yeah, we'll just we'll do one of those. What is it? The algorithm things that like people use to make Twitter posts. We'll just make one of those for mod packs.
yeah.
Mod pack of the hour.
Yeah.
Or we could just have a new one come out every hour.
Mm-hmm. And based on how many downloads and what the ratings are, it makes a different type of mod pack every hour.
It'd be kind of amazing.
Glad I wouldn't have to program that.
I don't want to have to do it either.
No.
Have we missed anything?
I think we got all of them.
I'm just trying to think of, have we missed anything that we haven't spoken about?
No,
that we know
I mean,
is-
I didn't know if Brian wanted to talk about like the whole what's going on with Curse as a company, as far as Curse Voice splitting off of Curse Media.
I talked about that a little bit earlier.
You did? Okay.
We're definitely looking at doubling down. I will say, in this as an opportunity, we're opening up an office in Irvine, California. We're going to be building out a pretty big team there, and we have about 20 or 30 positions open today. So if you know anybody from front end to design resources to IT work, we're actively looking for a lot of good people. So,
I'm pretty sure it's just curse.com/careers, right?
Curse Inc.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll find the link.
Okay, cool. That'd be great.
Not all the stuff is actually posted here yet.
No, but there is a lot. I looked down the other day just to see if you guys have started posting stuff, and there is a lot of positions.
Oh yeah.
While we're there looking at that, for those of you that don't know, Curse and FTB will be running tournaments and stuff at PAX Prime, PAX South, PAX East next year, as well as probably Minecon. And I don't know if there'll be anything else that's planned yet, but we'll
Not
see.
for
But
tournaments.
we're certainly going to be
Mhm.
at those 4 events.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. So if you can get a chance to come along, that would be great as well.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing stuff at other tournaments, or not other tournaments, but other conventions as well. We're doing some stuff at South by Southwest this year. We're of course we have a big presence at BlizzCon coming up in a few weeks. And that's Curse specifically, not FTB.
Right.
But so we're all looking forward to doing stuff like that. There's what else we got going on? So much stuff.
One good thing as far as like the relationship with Curse and FTB is if Curse starts getting slack about stuff, it's 45 minutes away from my house to go to Brian's office now. So
Don't worry, the door will be locked. Security. Yeah, and as far as I see some people asking about international hires, we do hire people internationally. We prefer to have people on site for most positions. We feel like that makes a better, increases productivity and makes a better culture. But, we have hired people internationally and done for the right people. We've done visa sponsorships and stuff like that. Although that is difficult, so we can't do a ton of that. And we have to be very judicious about who we do that with. You can blame the U.S. government for that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's out of your control at that point.
That it completely is. Yeah, we have we've had some extremely skilled people that we would love to have hired that we just weren't able to because we couldn't get the visa application approved.
It's just terrible, but no.
Yep.
It's just one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's an unfortunate thing.
We should just open all the borders for all the world and everyone can go away with it.
Well, I don't know if we'll see that in our lifetime, but it would be nice.
But yeah. So what do we have anymore? We are almost an hour in at this point.
We are an hour in. I think that we've answered all the questions. Does anybody have any last minute ones here? Oh, I did have one that we had actually started with, and we didn't actually ask about this one. This is a good one to point out. Before you download a pack, a way to see like how big that pack is, but like in terms of disk space size. So should I download this pack? It maybe take a little bit too much room on my hard drive, something like that.
It's hard to say, at least it's in context of Curse Voice, because right now, yeah, I mean, it's something we could do. This is actually the first time I've heard that feature request asked for.
Yeah, same. I haven't heard that one either.
Yeah. And I know it varies wildly from pack to pack, right?
Yeah, it's hard because like ours are just a zip with everything in it, so it's easy. But with them, they'd have to go scan every single mod that's in the pack, and then every version changes, sometimes different size. Like, it would be kind of a.
It's doable. It's completely doable. I can't obviously, since I can say this is the first time I've heard it. It's not a high priority.
No, I don't think it'd have much demand. It's the thing.
The guy who's asking had limited bandwidth, so
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. And the feature we're going to be doing first is showing how much or how many mods are in a given pack and what pack or what those mods are.
I mean, maybe we could just have a field where the person who's creating the pack could type in a size.
Oh, they wouldn't know.
Well, you wouldn't know.
It's not reliable.
No, just small, medium, large.
Oh, well, we have that now.
Guess it,
We have.
You kind of already know that. We have the categories, I think, for some of the kind of stuff. Sure. But the big problem is...
I mean, that would come down to the person asking. Definitely, if you feel like that's something you like to see, definitely submit that in the future.
Put in the feedback. It is possible. We just have no plans to do it because no one's asked for it yet.
Yeah, if 30 people ask for it all of a sudden, then maybe it bumps the priority up. That's the way that kind of stuff works. If only one person out of thousands asked, then it's not a huge priority. So yeah, definitely submit that.
Probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
There's another question here. One of the last, I guess one of the last ones we'll finish up here. Okay, we got another one just came in. But when you're a mod pack developer and you want to update like all the mods in your pack, could there be a button to do that? Is there a button to do that? I'm not even sure about that. But
pretty much, there's already a way to do that inside Curse Voice. Yeah.
Okay. And then the question was actually to have like a beta for testing purposes. I think there is versioning there, isn't there?
Yeah, we have the concept of release types. The client has kind of incomplete support for those for the beta versus alpha flags as it exists today. That will be another thing that gets improved over time.
Okay.
I know. I think there was a little bit of confusion on that. There is not an update all button.
Oh no, but you can see
Yeah.
everyone that has updates.
Right.
And that's very, very evident inside the UI. And you can go through it and with one click updates all the ones you would do. And so the update all, like
That's so dangerous.
You don't want an update all, but it would be
so
bad.
I've made a little like private mod pack and stuff, and it was fun. And then I didn't touch it for like 2 months, and I came back and there was like 20 mod updates, and I went through and updated them all, and I had no fucking idea what broke. And that was a problem.
Like, as a mod pack developer, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and you just do one at a time. Be like, did that one work? And then test it, and then,
Or at least just a few at a time, kind of thing.
yeah, exactly.
So some question, a little technical question to Kaleton. Will project IDs be purely numerical in the near future? Because I have had problems with some older project IDs.
Well, I mean, project IDs are already purely numerical. However,
Yeah.
we're actually working to remove project IDs from the URLs. And the unique key is going to be the little slug that your project has, like
Right.
FTB-infinity, and that's going to be that will also be completely unique.
Cool.
I also saw one from Jake about, so in terms of how permissions work for the moment as part of the third-party team and others, check packs, sync them over. How will those sort of permissions work once the FTB launcher has been retired? So at least as far as on CurseForge, anything that's on CurseForge is open game for mod packs inside of the launcher, or not launcher, installer. Sorry, wrong word. I have a headache. But the big question there is that when we have a list of mods that have open permissions, and we try not to. The problem we run into is that we don't have the staff internally to vet individual permissions from individual people, and that just creates massive moderation headaches.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid. Like,
Yeah.
make a much more efficient system that can be almost automated.
Yeah,
I
and so,
think
It's such a small issue these days anyway, because
Yeah.
so many mods are open source or open permission. Like, very,
even since the last 6 months, we've seen the number of issues of this.
Oh, when I built Infinity, only half the mods are on Curse. I can tell you right now, there's only about 4 that aren't. Like, it's crazy. Just in the last 6 months, the amount of mods that have moved to Curse. The way it's been going here in another 6 months or so, I think you'll easily be able to make any mod pack you need within Curse Voice, and you don't need permissions because you're allowed to use them. So when you submit your pack, it's the only approval process it's going through, or there is a human on the other end to make sure you have an image, make sure you have a decent description, and that's about it. They're not checking permissions. There's no need to.
it's fair to say that most of the mod development community, the people who make the actual mods, have embraced the Curse system as well. Like, there's so many of them using it now.
Yeah, and like Jaded saying in the chat, there's like the 2 largest ones are IC2 and Fastcraft, and we're going to get those fixed soon.
Yeah, so yeah,
Working.
it
Yep,
really
that was
is.
actually covered a little bit earlier as well.
Yep.
Just talking about those permissions. There's a good one, and this might be a great one to end on, actually.
Sounds good.
In the relation with FTB and Curse, where do you see this in a couple of years? Like, where could you see this relationship going?
We are. We'll answer that question in 6 months.
That's
Because
good.
we are. But it's.
Yeah, in 6 months we're going to have a very definitive answer.
Yeah.
I think the safe version to say is that regardless of how it goes, Feed the Beast is going to continue to make great content.
We have various options. All of those options, though, are good, and they're all. It's not something we could really say. I mean, I hate secrets. This isn't about keeping secrets. It's just
Legality
you don't-
issues. You just
Yeah.
we don't
No,
know
there
anything yet.
There are various options that we can do, and they're all good for all of us, no matter which path we choose.
Yeah, and you will. But like I said, one way or the other, FTB is going to make good content for you guys.
Yeah, like that is the focus,
That's regardless of which option, that's going to be a truth.
and we're still going to grow, which is great as well. Like it's really good. Like Curse really want to empower FTB, and they don't want us to just be Minecraft related. They want us to help out with other things as well, and we'll do that. And it's really good from our point. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to the day where we can just really focus on providing really good content for everybody, and that'll be great.
I can't wait. I mean, yeah, I'm on the same boat with you on that. Is that we have a lot of overhead of stuff right now to maintain everything. And when, Curse can take the weight of the launcher off our shoulders, they're already getting ready to take the weight of the website off our shoulders. That eliminates other worries that we have, because then we can, if something breaks, we can point our fingers at them, and we just purely focus on content at that point.
Yeah, they point the finger at me. I point the finger at a bunch of people internally, and then things get fixed.
Yeah, but it makes it, just a lot of times, if something happens with our launcher now, that stops everything. That's a priority. We got to get it fixed. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Where that won't be a worry of ours after that. And like I said, we just focus purely on content, which, I mean, I don't see how that could be bad for the community. It could only be better.
Mm-hmm.
No, it will be good. It will be good.
Yes, absolutely.
And we can look into all different types of other content at that point as well. Maybe getting back into maps, and we can broaden maybe our content a little bit more at that point, because we'll be able to do more without having to worry about all the stuff we have right now. The only way to do it now is expand staff, which isn't an option, and it's so I think it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. I agree with Slowpoke. I can't wait for the morning that I wake up, where when I push an update to Infinity or any mod pack, and I can just go right to the Curse website and do it. Where now I have to go through, you guys wouldn't even want to see the methods on how I upload packs to Curse right now. I mean, to Feed the Beast. Fortunately, Curse is nice enough to sync over the packs for me, so I don't have to do it twice. But the process I do it is a very risky thing, and if I put a space in the wrong place, I will break the launcher for everybody in the world in a second. So it's very nerve-wracking. So I won't have that problem anymore, and it'll just be very nice. If I accidentally upload something wrong, I can remove it right away, and there's just a lot of it'd be really good. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Good for developers, good for
Yes.
the users. Good
And
for a lot of-
another nice thing too, is another nice thing I'm looking forward to about retiring our launcher, is knowing that the mod developers will be getting the credit they deserved even more, because there are still a lot of people that use our launcher, and when you play on our launcher, the mod developers are getting 0 credit. And so that's another thing to try to encourage people. Go give Curse a shot, and remember, every time you download a pack from there, you're giving the mod developers credit. And unfortunately, the way our launcher works, it's not an option. So, they don't get any credit. And so I try to encourage people to use Curse as much as possible for that, because they do a lot for us for very little. And at least with the Curse system, they get rewarded, which is really, really nice. So when we do fully retire our launcher, then that way 100% of our downloads will be going through Curse. I'm looking forward for that as well.
Very good. And the recent things that are coming out, website, we said earliest
Yes.
Thursday?
Possibly, yeah. We're shooting towards the end of next week, I think. So
Yeah, like the end of next week. So very good.
Yeah.
Guys, I think it's a great wrapping up point right there. I think we've answered a lot of the questions. We've got a ton of great information out there. I know I'm definitely excited for all the things that are going to be happening with the future with Curse. Great stuff with FTB. Any final thoughts? You have any last final thoughts, guys?
no,
If anybody wants to, so very quickly, if anybody wants to know, we are going to take the information from this, wrap it onto an FAQ, and that'll be on the website shortly.
There we go.
It'll take a couple of days. to do
Yes,
that,
and also I'm going to provide this stream for anybody that caught the tail end, or you could tell your friends that completely missed it. This will be on YouTube either later tonight or tomorrow on our FTB official YouTube. So it'll be available there as well. Also, it'll probably be a VOD on Twitch for about 30 days as well. But yeah, and I just, as always, want to thank everybody for showing up and your support and everything. And yeah, I think it wraps me up. So
I was just going to say, I was able to answer questions. If not, you feel free to hit me up on Twitter. I'll talk as much as I can.
Okay.
That was excellent, guys. Thanks, everybody. And you guys have a wonderful day.
bye.
Bye.